President Trump, he just had a press conference recently about Antifa. A reporter asked him a question about Antifa throwing stuff at ICE agents in their buildings, cars and stuff. And President Trump made a comment that he thinks that it should be the death penalty. He thinks it should be the death penalty for Antifa. So, okay, if you want to do that, Mr. Trump, we had a Minnesota state trooper last week. He was arrested and charged for having sex with an infant. And he video recorded it, and he sent it through an app called Kick, and he was arrested. So is that guy gonna deserve the death penalty for having sex with a baby? A Minnesota state trooper. So law enforcement officers. This guy's on your team. Now, this isn't the first law enforcement officer that's been arrested for having sex with a baby. Okay? It seems to be a trend. So, what should be the punishment for this Minnesota state trooper? What do you think should be the punishment? If President Trump is saying death penalty for Antifa, why isn't he saying that for pedophiles? Why isn't he saying the same thing about pedophiles? You know what I mean? If he cares about children. So law enforcement officers, since the year 2000, from 2000 to 2022, over 2,000 of you have been arrested and charged with child molestation and pedophilia. Some of you were on duty. I mean, there's only 800,000 police officers. Okay, 2,000 of you got caught. That's the ones just to get caught. Okay, and it keeps happening. It seems to be a trend in policing. So what's going on in policing? And then here's the other thing I don't understand about this story. So there recently was a police incident with Eagan Police where it made pretty much mainstream news. It made CBS, NBC, made the local news rounds. But this Minnesota state trooper story of having sex with an infant, recording it and sending it to his group chat on Kick, it didn't make any really mainstream news. And again, why is that? Because it doesn't get people to watch. It makes people feel very uncomfortable, and they don't want to incite more riots. Anything if it's stuff to do with police and young children or the murder of black people, they won't talk about it because they don't want to incite any more riots.